Hey y'all, so a little bit different background, just so y'all know where I am. Oh, that's backwards. Anyway, I stopped in to check in with the homie Jason Lee. So definitely be on the lookout for our sit down. You know, it's always real between the two of us. It's been a while since I talked to y'all, so I wanted to jump on. I'm going to do my best to not make this super long, but there's a lot that's been going on, and so I just wanted to weigh in. First of all, I hope and pray that y'all are all doing well, and yeah, I needed to take just a little bit of a break. For those of you that don't know, we've been on August recess all month, and for sure it is definitely not felt like a recess. I have been working the entire time. And we go back in on Tuesday. And so before going back in, I just needed to pull the plug and disconnect for just a second. But I'm back and I am badder than ever for sure. So I'm sure some people are going to be so disappointed. So there's a couple of things I want to address. So let me just go ahead and get to them so y'all can get back to preparing y'all barbecue or whatever it is that you are doing to make sure that you are ready to get it in on tomorrow. Number one, I want to talk about redistricting in a few ways. I know that there have been a lot of questions. In fact, I was shocked to see that it was trending on TikTok and some other places that I allegedly got fired. Yeah, with civics just ain't some people's strong suit, for real, okay? That's not really a thing in Congress. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I know some of y'all just don't get it, but I didn't get fired. And Snopes did a whole article about it because it was really blowing up that I got fired because Greg Abbott, I guess, is supposed to be my daddy or my boss. Wrong. He ain't. Nor is Trump. The only people that are my boss are the people of Texas 30. And they are the ones that hired me, and they are the only ones that can decide whether or not they want to rehire me. But there is no firing. The only way that you can leave the United States House is, number one, you quit, or number two, kind of like George Santos, my classmate, you are kicked out, and that takes 2/3 of the House to expel you. So just so y'all know, since civics really wasn't your strong suit, I haven't been fired. Now, moving on to the next thing about whether or not I am eligible for rehire, or whether or not I will be reelected. So we do know that the new maps have been signed into law after, of course, they took hostage of elected officials in Texas to get this map passed. And thank goodness for warriors like Gavin Newsom. If you haven't checked out our conversation, then run over to YouTube and you can see our sit down conversation as well. But nevertheless, so what happened is I was drawn out of Texas 30. They took 200,000 of us that were in Texas 30 and they put us into Texas 33. Texas 33 will perform for a Democrat. Texas 30, my current congressional district, will continue to perform for a Democrat. On the federal level, we do not have to live in the district that we are running to represent. So I will be engaging in some polling and some conversations with my current constituents about how they feel about me running to be reelected to Texas 30, even though I am now not living in Texas 30. Now, to be clear, we sent busloads of people down to Austin to testify about this redistricting because I thought it was important that my constituents' voices be on the record. I am also engaged in litigation. Because I'm engaged in litigation, I am trying to pull Texas 30 back together and make even better sense, right? So with that, there was a hearing that has already taken place because of these racist maps that have been signed into law. And there is a hearing that is set for October 1st. So everyone mark your calendars. October 1st, there's going to be a hearing in Texas as it relates to not allowing these maps to go into effect immediately. If for some reason we are successful, that means that the Texas maps that they're trying to implement actually will not be implemented until they go through a real process of determining whether or not they are violating the Constitution as well as the Voting Rights Act. And in my opinion, that is absolutely the case. So we will see what happens, but that hearing will start on October 1st. So I do not know at this moment what the lines are. I can tell you that I can run anywhere in the entire state of Texas. So while some would love to get rid of me that easily, I will have a place to run for sure. Where I am running, I do not know. And what the lines will be like, we honestly do not know at this point. Hopefully the courts will issue a temporary injunction on the enactment of this map. And for the midterms, they will not go forward. And frankly, I would just prefer that the courts draw the maps. The courts never seem to screw this up half as bad as the Texas legislature. So that's that on that. All right. So I hope we've cleared that up. Jasmine ain't been fired. All right. And, we're going to run and fight it out and try to get me back in some district. Who knows what the district is going to be. Secondly, Dr. Lisa Cook. I just want to say that I need y'all to, if you don't know who that is, Google her, stand with her, support her, because yet again, Donald Trump is going after a Black woman who intimidates him because, of course, she's more educated than he is and more qualified to do her job there at the Fed. And he just wants minions, people that will do whatever he says for them to do, even if it is harmful to us in this country. So stand with Dr. Lisa Cook, who is now suing him as she was told by him that she was fired. And well, he don't know nothing, so he can't do that. So she's in court suing him, and I am looking for a great outcome on this. In addition to that, let's see, I got a whole list of things. Yes, Trump's hand. Y'all, I know y'all seen that decrepit hand that looked like it's ready to fall off. This is, it's funny, but it ain't funny at the same time, because we need to know what the health of our president is, and just pretend it was Joe Biden. Y'all know how they would have acted if it was Joe Biden, right? We know that we've seen the cankles. We know that he has a hard time staying awake. We know that mentally he ain't there, because he loved to talk about the sharks, and he don't realize that he actually appointed the current Fed chair. He's blaming Biden for that when he actually appointed him his first term. So mentally, we know he's slow, but it's really bad. And then physically, bruh, what's happening, right? What's happening? And then, obviously the internet was ablaze talking about oh my goodness, he must have died. And cause he went MIA. But he's not, he is here, and we all need to know what is going on with him physically and whether or not he has the physical ability. I think I'm already convinced on the mental disability. But definitely we need some transparency around his health. I'm gonna remind y'all how people got so upset about the Secretary of Defense when Secretary of Defense Austin went in to have surgery, and people was like, it's the end of the world. We didn't know that he was in having surgery, this and that and whatever. And he wasn't even the president. So I just want people to have the same level of outrage. We're going to talk about two more things. We're going to talk about Kamala's detail and how petty he decided he wanted to be. It's not even just petty, it's just cruel. He decided that he wanted to get rid of her detail. But thank God, again, Cali is stepping forward. So mad love to the state police in California that's you know what, do what you do, but we got her and we're going to take care of her. So definitely show mad love to California. Speaking of California, and Redistricting November 4th, I'm going to need y'all to pull up. I'm going to need y'all to show up and show out. Tell everybody. Everybody got to show up and vote yes on the issue as it relates to these maps. Because if Texas wants to play, California needs to go ahead and play. And so mad love again to Governor Gavin Newsom. Final thing I'm going to talk about is these tariffs and Trump. Okay. The court, listen, because the Republicans are cowards and pieces of shit. Like, that's just what it is. Like, we just going to keep it like a buck, right? Because everybody's cost is going up. Like, their constituents are pissed, right? To the extent that y'all saw that Joni Ernst down there in Iowa, she decided she ain't gonna seek re-election, baby, because, you know, she the one that told her constituents everybody gonna die anyway. So talk about somebody losing their job. That's Joni, okay? I guess the numbers wasn't looking too good for her. And then we just saw what happened to Senator Collins in Maine, and she was on a struggle bus with her constituents too. Listen, people are not feeling them right now with these crazy policies that they have agreed to go along with as it relates to Trump. And those tariffs is something that we really should have reined him in on, because again, he is invoking these bootleg fake emergency powers, the same fake bootleg emergency powers he's used to take over DC, the same ones that he's used to try to round people up and throw people out of the country, the same ones that he's using as it relates to the tariffs. And the only emergency is him. It's him. It's him. He the one that's causing all the problems. So as it relates to the tariffs, they have given him, I think, until October 14th. So right now they say, listen, sir, you ain't got the right. Okay? Thank you. Finally, somebody that cares about, you know, checking him. But we're going to see what happens, because I'm sure they're going to appeal it up to the Supreme Court, and basically they have time. So as of right now, the tariffs are still in place. But they lost in court. But they are in place until October 14th. And that gives them time to go to the Supreme Court. So we'll see what the Supreme Court does. Hopefully the Supreme Court finds, say, a law book or something, and does what like judges are supposed to do, and shuts him down so that we can start to salvage some of our economy that he is wrecking, so that we can start to salvage some of our relationships, so that people can hopefully get their Temu. Yeah, because, you know, I know y'all like Temu. That's why I call him Temu Hitler, because I think that y'all understand what I'm saying. But anyway, I want y'all to have a great weekend. Sorry that the live was so long, but I have been missing, and I did not want y'all to think that I was completely tuned out on y'all. I love you. I've been traveling. I'm going to travel Cali. Please hit me up and let me know what places in Cali you want me to come to campaign for the November 4th special issue, because I am going to be in California and doing my best to get as many people out to vote and support the special issue on November 4th. So God bless. Have a good one.